Hello, welcome to Guitar Labs, and this video is all about getting that classic John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers guitar sound. Now, weirdly, in this picture, he's not got his classic. I think it's a 1950s Strat, and that really is the number one thing you can do to get his tone. So what we're going to look at in this video is some of the effects that he uses, particularly on some of the more recent albums. So we're looking at really Unlimited Love. This guitar is a Fender Jaguar, but really if you want to absolutely nail that John Frusciante sound, you need a Strat and a great big Marshall stack, really driven quite hard, but through a clean tone as well. So it's really is quite a distinct sound that he has. So anyway, we're going to have a look at some of the pedals that he uses to try and really fine tune that sound, that very distinctive guitar tone that he has. So the first one is this, and probably lots of you have a decent wah wah pedal. The classic one is probably the Crybaby wah, the Dunlop one. John Frusciante actually prefers this, the Ibanez WH10. He uses it a lot on lots of different songs. It really does add to that really classic sound that he is so famous for. Next pedal up, this one. Now, this is actually a newer version of the chorus ensemble pedal that John uses. So he uses the Boss CE1, the original chorus ensemble pedal. This is the CE5. But this gives such a beautiful tone, and as with all Boss pedals, it is built like a tank. It is built to last. More Boss pedals. This one, the Turbo Distortion DS2. He uses this a lot. Occasionally you might switch to this one, the Super Overdrive, the SD1. It's a bit less distorted than the DS2. It's not a super extreme kind of distortion, but it can give you a bit of extra power, a bit of extra push behind any kind of solo or any kind of simple riff. Probably though, the number one, at least the number one make of pedal that really is the deciding factor in achieving that John Frusciante tone is MX. He uses a ton of MXR pedals. So there's a few here. Because I'm English, I struggle to say this. Super badass distortion and the super badass fuzz are two really kind of quite key pedals. So the MXR pedals very well built, similar in kind of strength and ruggedness to the Boss pedals. A little bit smaller on the pedal board. And just with this kind of switch rather than the actual kind of traditional sort of pedal action to it. But there's loads of MXR pedals all over Unlimited Love. Apparently MXR gave John a whole load of pedals to use, so he had his choice of the full MXR range pretty much. Uses the fuzz tone quite a bit, not just for solos, but sometimes even for guitar parts or for choruses or whatever. Also a big fan of the distortion pedal. As well as the distortion and the fuzz, MXR reverbs like this one on the left add a lot to his sound. There's a kind of a room reverb on this, which is really great. Remember, John is not just a guitarist; he's also big into production and sound engineering. So he is very conscious of the room sounds, and just these kind of reverb pedals just give you that bit of extra control that you might not quite be able to achieve from the reverb on an amp. And the Dynacomp, this is a compressor pedal, and sometimes it just gives you that extra little bit of sustain, particularly on clean sounds. It's a really kind of classic pedal, this, and you can hear it all over lots of real vintage 80s guitar bands and guitar music. So have a go with some of these pedals. Have a look. They're readily available everywhere. You can buy them on Amazon, all over the place. I'll pop a link in the description, and do please subscribe to the Guitar Labs YouTube channel for more guitar videos and news and all kinds of fun guitar stuff. Thank you.